Pleasant good morning to each and every soul that would be rising up at this time, this early in the morning, having a word or two with you this morning, bringing to you another edition of the plumb line. I'm not quite sure if everyone is accustomed to the plumb line, but the plumb line is based on the same basis of the biblical plumb line in the Bible, in Amos chapter 7. This plumb line is based on truth. And if you understand what a plumb line is a measuring tool to test the walls or whatever you are setting up, to give each end an equal share, equal measurement. That is the plumb line. The plumb, those of you who are tradesmen and women who use the tape measure, right? So to measure the material, that everything is on a level, everything is straight. So the book of Amos described the people of Israel to be lean, not straight. So in it, Amos chapter 7, verse 7, it reads like this: I had another vision from the Lord, and in it I saw him standing beside a wall that had been built with the use of a plumb line, and there was a plumb line in his hands. Amos, what do you see? A plumb line, I answered. Then he said, I am using it to show that my people are like a wall that is out of line. I will not change my mind again about punishing them. The place where Isaac's descendants worship will be destroyed. The holy place of Israel will be left in ruins. I will bring the dynasty of King Jeroboam to an end. The plumb line. Good morning once again. People on the internet, people of this world, please, I just want you to operate true to yourself. And then when the plumb line drop on you, you are able to be leveled. We can find you leveled. right? The plumb line, right? The plumb line. I know a lot of you are nervous when topic like this comes straight at you. I know it will bring off different reaction. It will make you even do not want to watch the live. When you come on and you heard the topic, when you heard about the plumb line, and you know the purpose of the plumb line is to drop a compass on you to find out if you are level in your thoughts, your mind, your body, your soul. In Jamaica, if God should drop his plumb line on us, you would have find a lot of people out of line. Some of them were born with dark skin, but they end up looking as white as snow. Some of them were created with dark hair, and when the plumb has dropped on them, they have red, pink, yellow, and blue. Right? So the plumb line, if God should drop his plumb line on Jamaica, you would find some boys in a girl's position. You'd find some boys receiving when the boys were made as givers. When the plumb line drop on us. So I am not perturbed when I name my program the plumb line and explain it what the plumb line is to you. You run off the live as they peppered you. Right? When the plumb line had dropped on you. Right? This program is the plumb line. Right? And I'm dropping my plumb line this morning to see if the people on the internet is leveled. Right? Right? If the people that is checking in on the live saying hi and bye are leveled. If the people that are sticking and staying is leveled. The plumb line has been dropped on you this morning. All you need to do, you are now going to use the plumb line according to the word that I am speaking. And if you are not leveled, then your reaction will tell. There's a comment section. You can comment. Right? You can comment on what I said. There is an agreement section, right? Where you tap the right hand of the screen and some little heart goes up saying that I appreciate what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, and what you're saying is right. You can comment. You can also support in a higher way and a better way by giving a gift. Yep, the plumb line has been dropped on you, right? Right? So this program is the plumb line. All right? All right. Before I go into wisdom, the wisdom, because I have a passion for wisdom. I have a passion for well thinkers. I like when people think things. I'm making a sacrifice this morning, and the sacrifice that I'm making, from I was a child, I love to listen to the 6 o'clock news, and I realized that I wake up a little bit late this morning to bring this program to you. So I'm sacrificing my 6 o'clock newscast just to bring this plumb line to you. I think I can catch the 7 o'clock one, which almost the same thing as the 6. Okay? So I'm making a sacrifice this morning. Remember, sacrifice cannot made with something that you don't treasure. Sacrifice, when you are making a sacrifice, the word sacrifice must be your treasure, something that you treasure, not what left, not I have to have an abundance of things. Sacrifice is when out of the little that you have, right? And because of the love or what the situation may be, I'm gonna make this sacrifice. And TikTok Live were created very unique with all of these in mind for you to sacrifice something, for you to give something, right? For you to say something, right? For you to type something. Everything is there. It's not for you to just come, listen, and go away. It asks you to participate, interact, right? Interact, right? With others. That is the purpose, Instead of me traveling now to Massachusetts where you are, where a conversation would be much more harder to have, we can do it digitally, right? In the days of technology. So participate in the program, right? The comment sections are there for you to agree, disagree. Let me know if you agree or you disagree, right? All right. Now, I had a recent video out there now on one of the hottest topic in Jamaica. Yes. And so very often I've seen your video is trending, go live. I choose not to go live. Until the Spirit said, go live. So this morning, the Spirit, I obeyed the Spirit. And here I am with the plumb line. Now, I gave you all the opportunity to ask me any question you want to ask me. Right? This morning is your morning to ask me any question you want to ask me pertaining to what I have said about the Ninja Man prison letter to the authorities of Jamaica. Any question you want to ask me on my chain of thoughts in reacting to the letter that Desmond Valentine write from behind the walls of the penitentiary. Any question you would like to ask, I know the video is getting a lot of attention. So most people would have seen it. Most people, most people would have, some people would have commented on it. Here is your chance to ask any question and my thoughts on what I have said about the letter and about Ninja Man and about the politicians. Any questions? Why the plumb line has dropped on you this morning and giving you an opportunity to be leveled. So you can ask me, why did you say Ninja Man ought to be a national hero? If that's what you heard, I said if all your proposal had been taken into consideration and implemented and implemented there would be no reason for he not to be considered as a national hero. And I also stated that he should be swapping positions with some of our politicians. And I noticed in the comment section, most people doesn't comment on what Ninja Man has said. Most people haven't seen what Ninja Man have said, but they have seen what I said. And you know who are those? Those who know me. So we are dropping the plumb line on those people right now. Those that know me don't comment on the overall conversation. Oh, I am the dancer boy. I like a dancer boy. Because they knew me. And I might not be speaking things in their favors. So their thought about me is not balanced. Those that do not know me can have a better balance and a more balanced thought. Right? Now, this is what we don't want you to do. This is what the Almighty does want you to do. That's why the plumb line is there. Right? He wants you to be fair to everyone, to every situation, to every comment, whether white, black, yellow, brown, green, right? Whether straight or lean person, whether heterosexual or bisexual. He wants you to level. Whether pastor or criminal, whether judge or police, he wants you to level the plumb line. When the plumb line drop on you, you must be leveled. Let them find you leveled without no biasness for any grade, or for any personal gains or thoughts. Even if this is your gravy cat, you must be able to be balanced. It is your source of earning. You must be able to strike a balance on it in your doings and in your thoughts, right? Now, Jamaican have, well, let's not say Jamaican, because politics is all over the world. Religion is all over the world, right? Everywhere, right? Religion on politics. And politics and religion will make you go off balance. Politics and religions will make you go off balance. Right? Yes. Then we have groups, an organization will also make you go off balance. Right? We have straight people and people who are not straight. You have heterosexual and bisexual. And those things will make you go off balance. Right? When the plumb line drop on you. Things like those will make you go off balance. Your bias to your practices. Right? Your bias to where you have been benefiting from. You are biased to it, that even if the person that you are benefiting from is wrong, because you are benefiting from that person, you would cover up that person's wrong. So you becomes biased and you becomes off balance. Wow. Oh, what a friend we have in Jesus all. Now, I've been on for quite a few minutes now, and I've been talking pure crop. Yes, I've been talking pure crop, because no one seems to appreciate what I am saying. Let me do it myself. I appreciate what I'm doing. I appreciate even the very thoughts of being here, right? To edify you on something that probably you weren't even paying attention to. So that's what I am doing. Not with a malicious intent, but just to bring you to the awareness of what you're doing and what God is required of you. Right? Now, why the Desmond Valentine, the convicted individual, topic is so important to this matter and to the plumb line, because the fact that he has been incarcerated for murder, right? And he is serving his time. He has a lot of time to meditate. And because he spent a lot of time meditating, he has a deep insight of what the penitentiary is. He has a first hand look and see what is happening in there. So he is able, because he's a thinker, he can think out what it really needs. The material it needs, the program that it needs to make the country that of his birth a better one. He has a passion for it, as he displayed, just like how I have a passion for my country. You can hear that passion comes out into his thoughts, into his chain of thoughts, right? But because the word murder were labeled at him, some people who are not thinkers dismissed every thought that that man had said, and that made those individuals not leveled with themselves and not leveled with God, because God is the truth and the truth is God. And if you're not leveled with what the murderer had said, right, then how you are going to level with God? If the murderer had said, yes, I may kill the man, I may take the man life, you say, yes, serve your right, right? Serve your right, right? But the man is speaking, not saying in the letter that he is innocent. He weren't saying that he is innocent. He is saying that he is incarcerated and he has been tried, and now make himself comfortable where the authorities put him. But having been there, he would want to make himself useful in there, that someone can benefit even of the wrong thing that he has done in a positive way. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Yeah? And I listen and I read some of your comments. Who doesn't give things a thought before they started to type? I gather they just look at the story just as how you look at me, right? But you don't give it a deep thought. You started to just type, and you type a whole lot of nonsense and make Jamaica look bad. Yes, because once you comment on topic like those, the world is seeing it. So I'm saying to you, don't, when you see a topic comes up, don't only just come up and made a comment because you can spell a word and you can write a sentence, right? Don't do it. Before you type, think, because some of your comments on certain things making Jamaicans look bad, especially when I say Jamaican, make the world, make truth look like it no good, right? So be careful, right? Learn to learn to think out what you're gonna say or do before you bring it to the public, right? Because a lot of you do these things out of ignorance, right? Out of ignorance. And at this point in time, I am making you aware of your ignorance. And you'd probably cuss me, Yeah. Let me see. um, uh, Let me see here. Let me see the part that said never you try to correct. Oh, all right. From Proverbs chapter 12, he said, stupid people always think they are right. Wise people listen to advice. Yes. Stupid people always think they are right. And they just think that they are right. They do not know if they are right. All right? Right. Here's Proverbs chapter 9 verse 7. If you correct am I reading it from the right place? If you correct conceited people, you will only be insulted. If you correct, this is Proverbs chapter 9 verse 7. Now, all of what I am saying here, I did not make them up. That's why I use the Bible, your treasured book, right? To drop the plumb line on you, right? Right? If you are conceited, that means you are unbalanced. You're not leveled, right? So you won't be able to make a good judgment, right? You are biased, right? If you correct conceited people, you will only be insulted. If you reprimand evil people, you will only get hurt. Never correct conceited people. They will hate you for it. And that is the reason why you don't see any other art go up so. That's why you don't see anybody supporting what I am saying. I'm just bringing you, zooming you up to the forefront of your doings. Right? To the forefront of your doings. Right? Right? Something that you never thought of. That's what you are doing. Hearing the truth, seeing the truth, and not supporting the truth, although you know it's true. But you are conceited. Because if you do this and you supported it, everybody going to know that you're supporting the truth. But you do not want everybody to know that you support truth. You get me? So that is how you become conceited. And when you bring this to people, they will hate you, especially if you are packed with pride and you think you are bright, right? And it will show that your action doesn't make you a bright person. And that is the trouble. There are most authorities or people in high places, people with PhDs would have had with a person like Ninja Man, right? Who would have gone into the bottomless pit. But uno fi remember Joseph, right? Right? Uno fi remember Joseph, right? 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 Who had then gone to condemn, right? But yet his chains of thoughts are much better than people who are accepted in the society. That is all I am saying to Ninja Man. Although you have been convicted, you have been condemned, but your thoughts are much better than those that were not convicted, did not commit himself in that way openly and satisfied, comfortable with where you are. So you can, instead there of cussing Babylon system and Babylon do this, he goes into his thoughts and he meditates day and night, and he comes up with a brilliant idea that the world can take on. And none of you, it is not fair to say none of you, because we have seen in the comment section where some people thoughts, you can see that those people are thinking, right? They don't just come on and type and just hear Ninja Man say front teeth, gold teeth. They think, they look beyond that, and now look at what he is, his thought is, and how beneficial his thought can be for the coming generation. No, you're not looking at that. I'm dropping the plumb line this morning, right? I am dropping the plumb line this morning, right? The free the man, the one who are collecting millions of dollars to lead us, did not have those thoughts, those brilliant ideas, how to go forward. I often says, you don't fight crime, and that's the reason why I love solutions, right? I don't like to see you fighting crime, because if you don't fight me, me not go fight you. If you don't fight crime, crime won't fight you. I prevented a fight. Yesterday, a man pulled his knife to stab me up on Princess Street, and I didn't fight him. I prevent from fighting him. Right? So I save myself from going to the morgue, and I save him from going to prison. Right? We must learn to adapt those principles. Right? Right? So if you fight crime, crime is going to fight you back. Right? But if you prevent crime, then you won't have no crime to fight. As simple as that. Right? My thoughts to you this morning not going to only stay here. You can go back and listen to it. It will be posted on Facebook. It will be posted and YouTube. So if there's anything that you are missing here, Reginald Martin on YouTube, right? Right? If there's anything that you have missed here, what I said. If you're going to said something that I don't said, you can refer it back. I use it as a place as my to my filing cabinet. Yes, my archive. Right. So the convicted murderer can comes up with brilliant ideas. But what? Guess what? The conceited people will not see it. And in Desmond Valentine, Ninja Man done that. He had embarrassed a lot of people with PhDs. And that's where the problem lies. That is where the problem lies. And what causes that problem is pride. The pride of the PhD. How we couldn't come up with that? How I could not come up with that? How couldn't I see if all these things put in place, it would have minimized the repetitions of these criminals being repeating themselves for the same very thing that they have done. Well, we heard the leader of the opposition. He said that he also were looking at that, and he had mentioned it at the conference. Well, honestly, I worked at the conference and I didn't listen to all of his speeches, but I know that you have well-thinking people here. So I'm not in a position to say that he did not say it or he says it. But all I knew, I'm leveling the thoughts that I know that you have well-thinkers, right? Here. But some people may not in the position to bring across their proposal to make it look viable, just to catch the attention. Some people try to throw cold water and it kill it before it rise, just to make they themselves in authority doesn't look bad. It is not the cart that pull the horse. It's the horse pull the cart. And when you have a situation where the cart started to pull the horse, you know that something is definitely wrong with the horse. Yes. I like what I said. So it's because I like what I said, I'm gonna appreciate what I said. Yes. I'm gonna appreciate what I have said here. I just love what I have said. Nobody love it. For me, for them is nonsense. But for me, I just love what I have said. So this is how I appreciate myself. Right? I just love what I have said. But no one else love it. Nobody else love what I have said. So these are the things I use to pull you to the forefront of what you are doing. Zoom you in. Isn't that what is seen here is the action of a conceited in the persons, knowing to the fact that what the truth I am speaking here right now, right here, I'm talking about here right now, right? But although you are speaking truth, me not support what you're talking. Not even comment. I wouldn't comment on what you are saying, because when the plumb line drop on you, we found out you were registered in the book of Proverbs chapter 7. If you correct conceited people, you will only be insulted. If you correct conceited people, you will only be insulted. If you reprimand evil people, you will only get hurt. Am I telling a lie here? Remember, and I mean, says I'm reading it from the book that you treasured so much. In that day. And lots of stuff in there that you're not practicing. And if you practice them, it will make you be a better person. Is it? I practice. Right? I practice from things like these. So, seeing things like these, I try my best not to be conceited. I tried my best to be leveled with each and every one. Yeah. Never correct conceited people. They will hate you for it. And I repeat, it's not me who write these stuff. So what I want you to do is to look at yourself. Zoom in at yourself. This is the program called the Plumb Line. This is where we drop our compasses on you. We dropped our level on you. We drop our plumb line on you to see if you're plumb, you're leveled, you're balanced, your measurement is right. We are dropping it on you. Right? You can evade it. Just come and see me, and you know say me have the plumb line. Just like when you say your parents with the strap, you know say are the teacher, you're going to get a flogging. When you see the police, you know that you're going to get incarcerated. So if there's anything, if you can run. Just come on the live and not just see me run. Because you know say the plumb line I go drop. You know say me have the plumb line for drop. So when you come and you see me, just run. Right? Go and go tell y'all some lie. You go tell some lie. That why did a white face, why did the whole man there, right? Just as Uno have done to the king, right? When them did want crucify the king and say, you say, you go tear that with, then take much ear for build that temple, and he say, I go tear it down and build it back in a day, right? Then say he heal upon the Sabbath. Then find all kind of fault just to bring him down. I same thing when I do it I and I. And I know it. It is the same thing you're doing with I and I. And that's why I'm not perturbed of what you do. Right? But I'm more showing you what you must do. And what you can do, not must, to save your own soul. Right? Because it's a natural fact that a lot of you are conceited and don't know that you are conceited. A lot of you are conceited, right? But did not know that you are conceited. You're not level. And before you accept it, you hate me. Never correct conceited people. They will hate you for it. Yeah. They will hate you for it. That not necessarily mean that you must be conceited. Because I know you will quick to say, but it say you know correct them. The Bible did say that he left you up to your reprobate mind. Right? That when you don't know that you are conceited, when you don't know that you are conceited, then you will be pardoned. But when you know, you presumptuously refuse to remove out of that zone, right? You know the right now, and you're still doing the wrong. That is when you have been punished for it. And that is why the powers that be rises me up at this time from 2005 to meet this time, right? To bring all these facts to you, to take you out of you don't know, your confusion, you're double-minded, you don't know who you are, right? But I come to make you know who you are. Your people here today are not certain if they are male or they are female. Yes? You have people on earth today. I'm dropping the plumb line this morning. Right? You have people here on earth aren't sure of whom they are. They aren't sure whether they are a male or a female on earth here today. Not in the dark ages, but today. And they are proud to be confused. If any such person are out there now, not sure whether they are male or female, please go back into the chains of your thoughts and look and see where you are balanced most. And the reason for that is there's an identity process. You have an identity. When God were creating human beings, he created the male with an identity and the female with an identity. And that main identity would be the reproductive organs. The reproductive organ. One is to distribute, one is like a distributor, and one is a receiver. Check yourself and see which of them you have. Check yourself and see which one of them you have before you convert yourself, before you convert other part of your body to becomes a receiver. Right? I like what I have said. So let me appreciate what I have said. Yes. Let me appreciate what I have said. Nobody else agree with me. Nobody else appreciated what I have said. Right? And here is the consequence. Here is the consequence. Here is the consequence. This is taken from the book of James. He said, but if any of you lack knowledge, if any of you lack wisdom, to be exact, you should pray to God, who will give it to you, because God gives generously and graciously. To each and every one. Right? So if you're uncertain this morning, if you're a male or a female, if you are uncertain this morning of whom you are, just take some of this wisdom that you're getting here. If you lack wisdom, God gave it generously and gracefully to all, meaning that He is not partial. You get the drift? You get the drift. He's not partial. Even though you may be one of the biggest murderer, but He's still gonna give you wisdom. Him not gonna lack off Him wisdom from you. You may be one of the biggest homosexual, but He's not gonna lack off His wisdom from you. For you, the opportunity for you to gain wisdom and repent and see that what you're doing is wrong. He doesn't lack off the light from you. No, He don't lack off the light from you so you can walk and don't stumble. He makes the light available for you. Right? The book of James. Right? But if any of you lack wisdom, you should pray to God, who will give it to you, because God gives generously and gracefully to all. But here's the conjunction now. But when you pray, you must believe and do not doubt at all. D-O-U-B-T. D-O-U-B-T. Doubt. You see that word there? You see that word there? That word comes from what brings doubt? Uncertainty. So you're doubtful of whom you are. Right? You are doubtful, right, of whom you are. You started to see yourself as a male and you started to see yourself as a female. You started to wonder who you are. But wisdom will tell you who you are. If you are a receiver, wisdom will tell you that you are a receiver. If you are a distributor, wisdom will tell you that you are a distributor. Right? By the organs that you boasted. Now, when you go wrong, is when you feel like you are someone else or something else and you started to adapt. You started to adopt things that you weren't created with. You started to adopt a distributor. Yes? And you convert other places on your body to receive. Tychicus talking pure rubbish this morning. I would even give him a like. A pure rubbish he's talking. Him not deserve no likes. Him deserve no. Thank you, Malachi. Thank you. Thank you. Malachi is many are called, but a few are chosen. And it's not everyone that says Lord, Lord means Lord. Many are called, but it's only a few are chosen. Thank you to be one of those chosen ones this morning to offered me a like for what I've been speaking. Thank you. Fully appreciated. Right? Right? The plumb line has been dropped. The plumb line has been dropped. That's the name of this program. Anytime you see me, you see the plumb line. Come here, go drop my compass. If you cannot manage the heat, step out of the kitchen. You can't cook what you're doing at the kitchen. You know you're not straight. Right? Not turn your and face it. If you don't have an intention of getting straight. Don't stay and face it and criticize and make trouble for me to stop talk. With mayhem on the live. Just for me to stop talk, or you don't support it for it to be profitable or beneficial to anybody. As they said, there's a lot of way to skin a dog and don't put rope on his neck. Yeah? Lots of different ways. You can kill me by not supporting the live. You can get this off the internet by not supporting it. But although you're not typing and say, come off, we can't take you. You just don't support it. I tell you, the plumb line will be dropping on you. Anywhere you see me, make sure, say, bear it in mind that I answer the question. Yes? He did ask Amos in a vision, and Amos said, I had another vision from the Lord. In it I saw him standing beside a wall that had been built with the use of a plumb line, and there was a plumb line in his hand. He asked, Amos, what do you see? And Amos answered, a plumb line. Then he said, I am using it to show that my people are like a wall that is out of line. And I'm using the same principle on you. I'm seeing that you are out of line. I'm seeing that you are conceited. Yes, I'm seeing that you are conceited. And who is a conceited person? A conceited person who know the right but don't support it. That's a conceited person. Mighty God of Daniel, do you want a bigger plumb line than that? Hmm? Hold on. But it warned me. And here the word is warning me now, Tychicus. Never correct a conceited person. They will hate you for it. So basically, I'm here asking for enemies of conceited people. And it is showing that I am getting them. It is showing up that I am getting them. I am receiving people because they are right in front of me. The
So,
plumb line has dropped on them. Blessed morning, Malachi. Haven't seen
Malachi,
you for quite
I'm not
some time,
sure.
sir.
I'm not sure if you're aware of your comment thing is people can't comment, eh?
People cannot.
Cannot comment
Oh,
because
why?
you only have the subscribe thing there, so it's like they can only subscribe and not comment. Like maybe that's why you haven't seen nobody do no comment. Because I wanted to
Oh,
write what's your plumb line, but nobody can write in the comment section.
thank you. Thank you. Oh, I am now aware. So, what could cause us that? Am I being faulted in my settings from this end?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Probably did something wrong. No, but now that I'm on, I see that I can comment.
You can comment.
Yeah, let me see. Multi guest request. Now I see something that says comment, but when I press on it, it says multi
Wow.
guest request. Let me see. Oh man, it's like you'd have to subscribe to send a message.
Oh, it's okay. Only subscribers can comment.
Probably,
Oh, okay.
probably. But if anybody that press on the comment thing is it just says subscribe.
Why then they don't subscribe? If what I am saying is worthy to be commented on, and that is the way to go, then you subscribe and you will be able to comment.
Oh, so this is a way of forcing them to subscribe?
Well, it would be the authorities have done that.
Okay.
It would be the authorities, It weren't like that, as you know, Malachi. It weren't like that because we have some very, very, very good program in the past where it reaches every part of the world. And one day I've seen changes, and from that day I saw that I were put on subscription only, but I did not know that the options to um to comment is there, but
In the,
people had
if your program is still in have too much information, or I don't know, man. They're fighting against this thing so much. I don't understand, man. If it's too informative, it's like it's almost like they put a block on your thing, man. Anything with your open eyes, it's a block. But if you
oh
do foolishness, no, maybe them open it up, you know. Boy, it's sad,
oh
you know.
oh okay, so I'm quite sure the powers that being not going to charge me for my ignorance. That's what I did not know that there isn't, you're not, you out there not getting. But how about being my guest? How you come to be my guest? Malachi, I gather he's soon be back. Well, thank God for the knowledge here of what is happening there. So I don't, what he's actually saying, people would want to comment about the options are not there for the to comment. They are not at liberty to comment because of restriction, right? Because of the restriction that has been placed there. So automatically the power that govern this particular is saying that your voice shouldn't be going out in that manner. Too much information has been sent out in that manner, but the information that I'm sending out is the truth. So unless the powers that be doesn't want people to know when they are conceited, right? Doesn't want people to know that if you correct a conceited person, right, they will hate you. Unless the the powers that being doesn't want to know those things, then and the powers that being just doesn't want to know that when you are uncertain of whom you are, right? You are double-minded person, unless the powers that be do not want all those truth to go out, then we're gonna dig now to find why they wouldn't want information like those what I am sending out doesn't want to go out. Why? Right? The book of James said, but if any of you lack wisdom, you should pray to God who will give it to you, because God gives generously and graciously to all. But when you pray, you must believe and not doubt at all. Whoever doubts is like a wave in the sea that is driven and blown about by the wind. Right? That is blown about like the wind. Yes, the wind that makes you uncertain. You don't know where to go. You don't not know if you are to receive or you are to give. You don't know if you are a distributor or you're a receiver. Right? You're blowing like the wind. You're bothering on two sexes. Right? And that brings a doubt. So James is saying here, don't believe once you have that wavering thought of not knowing who you are going to get anything from the Father Himself. Mercy, Lord. So, is information like these, they are restricting? Is information like these, they do not want to go out for the younger generation to hear? So they will continue to have themselves in doubt, not knowing who they are, and they keep guessing whom they are. Oh, mighty God of Daniel. Then we can see then why the earth shakes, why the earth quakes, the demolitions of certain area and certain people. Yes, surely in Ninja Man's letter at the bottom, at the very end, he said, the earthquake that shook the other day is modern nature crying out for the injustice that has been done to his people. And it didn't take for me, for Ninja Man to tell me that because I did not feel the earthquake. While everybody else too, I did not. Right? Right? Yes, it was Mother Nature crying out. Right? So he was warning the authorities that it is because of the injustice, right? The blood that been shedding, right? The 9 months old that had been slaughtered, the children them that had been slaughtered, the injustice of the people, and Mother Nature crying out for his people. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. And if we continue these practices, he even mentioned, don't watch the climate changes. It's a part of our punishment for what we have done to Mother Nature. The flooding, the extreme flooding. Yes, the extreme flooding, the vicious lightning, right? Is what we have done to Mother Nature. Right? That is what causing all these things. Good morning, Dan Linton. I understand that you are not able to comment, but I saw some people do. Write a comment, Dan. Said good morning. Said good morning. Write a comment. Right? Uh,
and you know, all right. No, well, the plumb line is a program that set to level things. So then, as I said before, as I've said before, that you can look at it, but it will be placed on YouTube or in my archives. So if it will, my chain of thoughts will still be out there, and you know, um, yes, yes. Well, let me see. Did I
What
finish with?
is your plumb line?
Say again.
What is your plumb line?
My plumb line.
Yeah.
My plumb line is the truth. The truth. When I speak the truth, and if you refute the truth, then I know that you're out of line.
Right.
You got it?
Yeah, yeah,
I make the truth my plumb line. A plumb line is a measurement. It's to tell you whether the wall is level or it is not level. So I use the truth as my plumb line.
yeah, but it's also a instruction no,
Hmm.
to follow. And
Yes,
if you notice a plumb line straight, right?
yes, yes.
Straight way.
Level two, straight, level, right measurement, right across. It
Mhm.
has to have the right measurement, right across. Right? So
Mhm.
that's when you're level. That's why I go to the book of James. Right? That's why I go to uncertainty. When you are uncertain if you are this or you are that, the first thing you must acquire is knowledge to know who you are, right? From whence you came, right? How were you existed, right? And if you know all of that, you don't know all of that, then your plumb line cannot read you plumb. You will be out of line in your thoughts of whom you are. From you are uncertain of whom you are. You're out of line. That's why we go to Proverbs, Proverbs chapter 9, and it tells you about the conceited person. If you try to correct conceited people, you will only be insulted because simply they do not know that they are out of line. Or if they knew, if you knew that you're out of line and pretend like you're not out of line, you're conceited. Right? If you know the right and not doing the right thing, and you know that it is the wrong thing you are doing, and defending what you are doing, then you are conceited. And that makes you out of line.
So, uh, so as Malachi says, it used as a tool. The plumb line, in its inception, is a tool to measure you, to tell the full story of you. And James, let it be known to you. But when you pray, you must believe and not doubt at all. Whoever doubt is like a wave in the sea that is driven and blown about by the wind. If you are like that, unable to make up your mind and undecided in all you do, you must not think that you will receive anything from the Lord. My plumb line ends there this morning. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for learning. Now, I will ask you to subscribe to my TikTok page if you want to comment, if you want to be a part of my discussion, right? Please, you can subscribe. It's only when you subscribe you are able to interact with me. So please start the process now and subscribe to my TikTok page. Then you will be able to interact with me. Now, this program, this live, is now ended. You will be informed when I'll be dropping the plumb line once more. Continue to watch my videos, Reginald 1950. Continue to watch me on YouTube and Facebook, Instagram, Reginald Martin. I'm out.